Welcome to Wise Decisions. I am your host Vishwanath. In this video we will discuss about shareholding pattern and the capital reduction ratio. This video is a part of case study on Uttam Value Steels Limited and continuation to my other two videos. Those videos were on implementation of resolution plan, equity infusion, equity participation and latest developments within the corporate affairs. Now let's have a look at the market cap and the shareholding pattern of the Uttam Value Steels Limited. As per the data available on the Trendline website, September 2020, the promoter shareholding was standing at 46.1%, the public shareholding was standing at 53.1%, and the total DII shareholding was at 0.8%. Now let's have a look at the market cap. Based on the last traded value as of 29th November 2020, the shares were traded at 0.25 paise. Based on that traded price, the market cap of the company was standing at 165 crore rupees. Now if we divide this market cap with the last traded price, that is 165 crore divided by 0.25 paise, the number of shares will come down somewhere between 660 crores. I am considering here 0.25 because that was the lower circuit value. Among these 660 crore shares, the promoter shareholding was at 46.1%. When we multiply this 46.1% with the 660 crore, the promoter holding will come down in terms of numbers is 304 crores 26 lakh shares. Remember, this is the approximate values I am taking here. You divide the market cap with the VWAP price, you will get the accurate values. If we look at these shareholding patterns, you might notice that there were significant shares being held by the old promoter in the company. That's why the NCLT court had ordered to infuse only 10 lakh equities into the company in the forum to improve its operations. Now let's have a look at the capital reduction and the number of shares that will be allotted for the shareholders. The analogy I am going to present in this video is purely based on my understanding of the Honorable Court order and the resolution plan proposed by the resolution applicant. The final outcome of the capital reduction process solely depends upon the monitoring committee formed by the Honorable Court. By looking at the key factors in this Honorable Court order, there are two possible outcomes. One is in the ratio of 100 to 1, another one is in the ratio of 10 to 1. Now let's have a look at the first scenario. As you are all aware that before delisting, the face value of the equity was 1 rupees and the total paid up capital was 660 crore rupees approximately. The resolution applicant had requested to interlink Uttam Galva Metallics with the Uttam Value Steels Limited. So once this company gets interlinked or merged with Uttam Value Steels, the valuation of the company completely changes. Based on this scenario, we will be looking at the possible outcome of the capital reduction process. As per the expression of interest and the proposed resolution plan, the liquidation value for Uttam Galva Metallics is 1056 crore rupees and 86 lakh rupees, and liquidation value for Uttam Value Steels is 775 crore rupees. Here the liquidation value placed for Uttam Galva Metallics is higher compared to Uttam Value Steels. This signifies that the net worth of Uttam Galva Metallics is higher compared to Uttam Value Steels. Total of 1056 crore rupees of company is being merged or interlinked with the Uttam Value Steels Limited. Because of this interlinkage, equities will be reduced from 100 to 1. So as given in the resolution plan, point number 10 and 22, the Honorable Court had ordered to infuse 10 lakh equity shares at a face value of 10 rupees for an aggregate amount of 1 crore rupees. The Uttam Galva Metallics was a private listed company. So interlinkage of that company had been approved by the Committee of Creditors and followed by the Honorable Court as well. In this case, if Uttam Galva Metallics is merged with the Uttam Value Steels, equities will be reduced from 660 crores to 6.6 crores approximately. Addition to that, total of 20 lakh shares will be infused into Uttam Value Steels considering point number 10 and 22. So this capital reduction will further reduce the liquidity in this script and also will give the much better book value appreciations and in terms of market cap as well. Considering the liquidation value, the total amount paid by Carvel investors and Nitya Capital to acquire these firms is 1833 crore rupees. So if we divide this amount with the equities after capital reduction, that is 6.6 crore approximate. I am taking approximate values here. So the book value per share will come somewhere between 260 rupees to 300 rupees. That is BVS. As per my understanding and analysis of all these events, my personal opinion is the capital reduction will fetch the true value of these firms. Now let's have a look at the second scenario. This is most unlikely to happen because Uttam Galva Metallics was a unlisted company and there were shareholders in that company as well. Since Committee of Creditors had approved to interlink this company with the Uttam Value Steels Limited, so the shareholders of Uttam Galva Metallics has to be allotted some portion of the shares as a part of resolution plan. So those shares will be allotted after the merging of Galva Metallics into Uttam Value Steels. So that's why second scenario is most unlikely to happen. If these companies decides to continue their operations as they used to do earlier in the past before delisting. If we consider this scenario with a different perspective in point number 10 and 22, the Honorable Court has ordered to infuse 10 lakh equities into both of these firms. In such a cases, equities will be reduced from 10 to 1 and total number of shares in the Uttam Value Steels will come down from 660 crores to 66 crore shares because only the Uttam Value Steels Limited will be listed into the market and Uttam Galva Metallics will continue to operate independently. However, it is evident from the Honorable Court order that the resolution applicant had sought permission of Committee of Creditors to interlink these two companies. So the second scenario is most unlikely to happen. My firm belief is 100 to 1 will be the possible scenario. If you have any difference of opinion or any suggestions or if you have any different perspective, I request you to please comment below in the comment section. We will discuss on it. If you liked my content, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Until next time, see you with the different case studies.